All right, guys, Chief Kirk, Criminology. So today we're talking about the level at which we enter when we're doing various weapon defenses. I tend to like to, for a lot of reasons, get lower. There's two primary keys associated with how I enter. The first one is I look at what the head is doing. So as I make a redirection of a straight stab, or I go in off of a handgun from the front or long gun from the front, I generally try to make sure that I'm low enough that that I'm powerful and that I'm having an effect, a profound effect on the weapon and the person holding it. But I also want to look at the line my head is making as I enter, right? So I'm going to show you this in a second. My head, as I drop, should sort of do this on the way in. It should stay on one line, right? If I come up over my toe and come down, you'll see my head do this, which is not super effective. If I drag my back foot up too far and lose my stance, it gets too narrow, my head will do this, right? So this is what we want, right? We don't want this rainbow or this ramp, right? So I'll show you each of those. So James is going to come in. I think we're okay there, James. He's going to stab. I'm going to make a defense here, and then you'll see what level I'm on. Go ahead. Okay. Start over. You can't freeze like that. Okay, pull it. Gotcha. I guess we can. Do you want to just start over, or do you want to just cut it?
Just turn to before he lunges.
So pull and then come back. Okay. So just do it. Because I said the words.
Yeah,
so
just
no.
turn to face him, pause, and then you can go.
Okay. All right. So look how low I am right here. So what I want to do is I want to be low enough that as I drop down, I'm making this motion. My head is. I generally find that what I do is I end up looking just over the shoulder, right? And James will tell you when I'm in this position, when I'm going to make the take or to be strong down here, if I stand up, the weight starts to come off the arm, right? So whether it's a knife down here, right, I'm going in this position after the strike, whether it's a handgun, if you jettison that, right? Whether it's a handgun from this position, when I make this motion, I'm going in, I generally want to be in here like this. And I'm still about that height, right? The reason is I want strength here, I want to be able to drive, but I want to be able to affect what's happening down here. If I start standing up, it's not as effective for me. So that's the height you go in on is sort of personal for you, but those are things that we look at. Come back with the gun, please. Here are the issues. If I make this motion here, right as I sit down to go in, I'm still driving forward, my head gets to the level, and I go forward and punch, right? I'm in this position, so it should sort of be doing this, right? Watch the angle your head goes in at. Now look, we don't want to do this. Watch my head. Here we go. I'm going up and then down. There's several problems with that. One is that you're letting gravity take you in, which takes too long. The other problem with that is that you're coming right over the top of your toes, which also takes longer. We want to burst off the inside blade of our foot. The last one is I drag my foot up too far. So I make this motion, I step in, and when I'm about to punch, I do this. My foot comes up, so my head comes up. Right? So two keys. One, I want you to look at the angle or the line your head takes when you go in. And I want that line to be relatively flat once you get to the level you want to be at. And once you're at that level, I want you to really focus on driving in a way that's powerful for you, right? So the level itself is important, and then the line you stay on is important. Experiment with that. Talk to your partner, see where they feel the most power, the most weight, see where you have the most effect on the weapon, and your capacity to control what's going on. This is powerful for me. It seems like a little thing, but I invite you to try. I think it'll be powerful for you too. And as always, walk in.